Now we start the discussion. This was about like organ. Now we discuss about the taste. Okay. First we start from the liver. Okay. First in the liver. Which taste we have in the liver? Bitter. Okay. In the skin also we have the mostly same taste. Which one?
Bitter.
Okay. The lungs. Okay.
Sour.
Yeah. Kidney. Both our kidneys connected with this. So. What about the stomach?
Pungent.
Okay.
Dry.
Pungent.
Dry.
Dry. No. Pungent.
Oh, sorry, astringent is dry, pungent is spicy.
Perfect. Okay. Then we have continue.
Skin also bitter.
Liver and skin bitter, the lungs sour, stomach spicy, 17th kidneys.
But spleen, stomach, earth content.
Intestine is connected with your
Spleen and liver same.
Can you write here?
Yeah. Astringent.
Okay. And the last one, which is the small intestine, is connected with mostly two taste. The half of the intestine is astringent, and the half of the intestine isn't it? Correct?
Half is pungent, half is astringent.
Yeah.
So the upper half is pungent.
Dhania, astringent, tea, green tea, like
Green, again, green tea or actual black tea without making
Yeah.
sugar.
What do you ask?
The upper half is
Yeah.
yeah.
Mostly, like if you see the body, then below half.
Yeah.
Below half is toward of the large intestines,
Yeah.
and above the half is toward of the stomach.
Yeah.
So it's more science for
Yeah. So, if above the half of the intestines, then there is more issues of the bloating here, acid reflux, burning sensation in the stomach, and below the half of the small intestine, more bloating, okay, creating the abdominal pain. We'll come on later. First, I will one test, and each and every organ will cover physiology and treatment diagnosis.
And do sweet is hard.
Yeah, now we come on sweet. So sweet test is of course
Heart and pericardium. What is sweet is the thick in the back.
This test is sweet.
This also.
You know the way you were saying at the beginning, you will be craving more sugar. So like, should we eat the foods that we don't like? Like, you know the way you were saying at the beginning that you will keep craving more sugar, but if you don't have the receptors on your tongue, you won't absorb it and it'll just be in your bloodstream. So is it that the things that we crave, that we want more of, we shouldn't take?
Okay, we'll discuss a little bit. You cannot avoid fully. You cannot take that much of the how much cravings to have. Okay, we'll discuss on that. Little bit sugar you have to take, otherwise your energy level or maybe your glucose level will be very down. Okay, we will discuss it. So now the beautiful colorful heart and pericardium, both having the same. Heart is purely like sweet. Sweet. Laddu. Yeah. See? Perfect example, sweetheart. Okay, and pericardium also sweet, but many books they mention about pericardium sweet and salty. Sweet and
Salty.
salty. Combinations of the sweet and salty. Pericardium. Small intestine, like a small intestine. Okay?
Sweet and sour. So sweet and sour.
So it means pericardium will not absorb directly salt, but mostly the kidney essence, the salt is comes to pericardium. Okay, so when we are eating some salt going to the kidney, then some of the essence will come to pericardium. But if you're asking me directly demanding the organ, then pericardium is no demand sweet. So in this course we learn only first stage of like taste. Mostly the taste is having the three stages. Which organ is demanding? After the absorbing, the taste will change, then give to the another organ, then again taste will change, going to your tissue level. There is little bit more deep. So we will be only here for diagnosis. This is enough again. Okay, otherwise the mind will be demand more sweet. Okay. Yeah, mostly they having a mixed taste. That's why I am not counting them that much. Pancreas and gallbladder, both they having a little bit of 2-3 mixed taste. Okay. And the second, the pericardium, heart, and pericardium, gallbladder, and urinary bladder, they are not producing their same anything. Everything is coming from the second, first organ. They are the secondary organ. What your liver will release, gallbladder will storage. What your spleen will release, your pancreas will storage. And what your kidney is going to release, storage in your urinary bladder. Understand?
Yeah.
So that's why we are a little bit keeping side. There is diagnosis, but we are not counting them as a test. Because what we are eating, any types of test that will not go directly to your pancreas, to your gallbladder and to your ureter. They will go to the this different organ. For example, if you are eating, of course, going to your stomach. What you are eating, going to the stomach, going to the intestine. But nothing is going directly, anything to the gallbladder or pancreas. Something is coming from the gallbladder and pancreas. So again, this circle, after the whole circulation, some of the essence will go to your pancreas and gallbladder, not directly. Got it? This is your tongue, colorful, very good design. Okay. Now on this tongue, what will see the symptoms? Any type of the symptom that is your pathologically or psychologically imbalances. Okay, everyone. Now you will understand if you are healthy, but even you have something, you are not 100% completely healthy. But sometimes giving lots of us problems. When we are talking someone laughing, you are like this. Don't understand, right? After the tongue diagnosis, we are sitting in the friend circle and someone start laughing. Okay, then your mind is not on the joke. When they will open their mouth, you will be like, okay, you want to see their tongue. Okay? Okay, now you understand what is tongue.
So yesterday, there was Shilpa, I think. Shilpa was walking back by one of the persons we treat in the evening. So she was walking back and she had a slight one leg she was dragging a little bit, and I was thinking, oh, she's dragging. Same thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm not looking at a person.
Yeah, like this also, before, when I started new journey with tongue action, watching movie, especially like, Tamil and Kannada movie, whenever they do like some actions, how they do their tongue, they rotate their tongue, right? Allah. They will take out their tongue and they are doing some action. That is, I think, South Indian some action. They will take out the tongue like this.
You
Like
pause.
pause. Okay. Still, I have many pictures. Okay, so when you see the tongue, then you will catch like this. But never ever judge anyone through their diagnosis. Okay? If you do the pulse diagnosis, tongue diagnosis, you don't judge them personally. Okay? So that's a little bit. And whenever you're taking the tongue, some tongue will be like crazy. You have never seen in your life because, of course, why you see tongue in anyone's? Right? Now you are going to learn the tongue, maybe you take the picture and you see the tongue diagnosis. But before, you never see anyone. Okay, show me your tongue. Why? Okay? So some tongue will be like horrible. So do not try to press like this. Okay, like this. If you have some money, you can go outside and do and come back again.
So that's
That was
crazy
great
thing.
part.
You can do it. After 1 hour, that will come back. If there is a pathogen, okay, you can clean after 1 hour, 2 hours, that tongue, the same pathogens will
But
come on
then
your
if
tongue.
they clean, you will not get to know that
Hey, Baba will come on the rules and regulations. There is some term and conditions. On that condition, you can do tongue diagnosis. Someone eat just turmeric and they will come up and see my tongue.
Yeah.
How do you diagnose it?
Yeah.
Okay, there is something term and conditions. So we avoid that, then we do tongue diagnosis. Understand? No more questions.
Should we see someone's star name?
What you want to say?
We should look at each other.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we do every from today. This is your duty. Which patients you are treating, click one picture. Okay. So what we are going to discuss about the tongue, we will discuss on the real case, not just theory. Here is here. This is the problem. No, just go and ask to patients. What you learn is that is right or wrong. Okay. Then that will build you more confidence. Okay. So sometimes just theory is very confusing. When you mix, when your theory is matching with your practical, that means that is the perfect. Okay, sometimes just teacher will come and they will give you any tukka, and you are going doing clinic, nothing is happen like this. that will give you trouble. Okay, what we are going to learn, this is the all practical. I have more than 10,000 tongue picture. Okay, more than 9-10. This is my new, in this one I have 2,500 tongue picture. Okay, so when we start the treatment, we'll take patient's tongue picture. Okay, I have your tongue picture. Okay.
I was
Okay.
thinking, yeah, my turn.
Okay, we'll take patient's tongue pictures. We'll do the what we learned as per tongue diagnosis. What treatment we learn, we do that treatment, and after 1-2 treatment, we'll check again the tongue, and we'll take the again the tongue pictures. What is the difference from the first to second or third session? Is there any improvement on the tongue? Okay, so if there is improvement, that means your protocol is going on the proper right directions. But not, then you change immediately protocol. Okay, tongue. According to tongue diagnosis, the pathological treatment will give you the result within 1 session if you are doing the proper diagnosis, if you are doing the proper treatment. Okay. Now we will start about the tongue diagnosis. What we diagnose on the tongue?
Color,
Color, many color, right? Then
Shape.
lines, like teeth marks.
teeth mark. Okay. We have 3 dosas. What we have? 3 dosas. Vata, Pitta, okay. Each and every dosas will give you 2 different tongue style, or you can say diagnosis. Like Vata. Just imagine, just use your anything. Okay. What kind of the symptoms you will find if there is excess Vata? If there is excess gas, what you will see? On the
Teeth
tongue?
marks.
Dryness.
Dryness. What happened in the dryness?
Walking balance.
Yeah, Phat jayegi, that was the Hindi. So it means the crack.
Cracks.
Okay? And if Vata is congested, that was the excess Vata. If Vata is congested,
Contract.
contact. The swollen, which is the enlargement that comes from fluid congestion. If the Vata is congested, still Vata is dry, Vata is cold. They will contract your fascia. Okay, so whenever we do the tongue diagnosis for the Vata, so what we will do? Cracks and contraction. What I saw you the tongue pictures of the pericardium and heart. What was that?
Contraction.
Contraction on the heart. What we discussed before that? When your heart is contracted,
It's dry.
become the more sensitive because of dry and giving too much signals to brain and demanding more sweet. But when your organ become the dry, if you are eating, your organ is not able to
Absorb.
absorb that. Okay?
Picture one more time, please.
Yeah.
Picture please one more time, please.
One more time, please.
Repeat.
So the contractions, what I saw you that picture, that was contact on the heart. So before that, what we discussed, if your heart is become dry, okay, giving too much signal to your brain, demanding more sweet, and you are eating a lot sweet, okay, but your heart is not able to absorb that sweet because of the dryness. Whenever, listen, yesterday we discussed about the sinus cavity also. Whenever there is dryness, your body will not absorb anything. Understand? If
Yeah.
there is dryness, if you are putting something, your body is not able to absorb. On your skin there is dryness. If you put little bit water and you will wash your hand, will dryness will go?
No.
More, that become the more dry. What we are putting? Some ointment. That is the kapha, fluids. Okay, what we are putting? No fluids. But in the water, there is already oxygen, right?
Yeah.
That creates the more dryness. Whenever organ become dry, that means simple organ is not able to absorb anything. Even your emotions, even your I can say like what you are eating, the food or anything like this, and even your temperature. Okay, if I mean the emotions, means the people are very sensitive on specific that emotions.
And what about
Understand?
temperature?
For example, heart. What is the emotions of the heart?
Sadness.
How are you? All good? Right? What is the heart emotion?
Love.
Joy.
Oh.
Okay? I last start little bit and now I had too much expectations from you. When my heart becomes sensitive, I already designed all plan. I like this girl, I will try to impress and she will impress. And if she will not impress, then oh my god. That is lots of the film is going on in my brain and in my heart. Who created film? Me myself. And who is going to destroy? Me. And I am putting blame to I don't know anything what's going on, wrong going, right? So this each and every emotions is also affecting through the pathogens also, and sometimes when your organ is not able to absorb the taste. Okay. For example, first we write the taste. Which taste? Which emotions we have on the heart?
Love
Low. Are you sure?
and sadness.
Maybe you say when matter is in excess, you find some cracks.
So?
Cracks
Yeah, cracks and contraction.
in excess.
Yeah. So okay, just 1 minute. We'll repeat that again. Okay. And which organs we have on the liver? Huh? Anger. Anger.
Anger.
Okay. Okay, then kidney. We'll go measure emotions. Then we'll keep it. On kidney. Oh, come on. Sadness is the side effect.
Fear.
So kidney will not.
How
Yeah.
love is not the side effect?
Huh? Kidney. Who was that?
I will. How can love is not the side effect?
There is side effect on love also.
Hey, love is sense.
She's saying love should be silent.
You laugh too much.
For everyone or only you? Okay. Fear already covered. Anger, love, and which is the pending? Everyone sadness. Yeah, many other emotions. Why only sadness?
I think we all are flat.
Okay, just let me know about lungs.
Happiness.
Lungs.
What is
Grief.
grief?
It's like when someone.
Dasi.
It's like that.
Right?
Exactly, yeah.
Dasi. Grief is like.
Yeah, when someone dies, you grieve for them. It's like loneliness and sadness together. Or longing for someone.
And the spleen.
So grief was
Grief,
the lungs, right?
Spleen.
Must be bitter for them.
Worry.
Worry. Worry.
Grief is worry, huh? Anxiety,
Interesting.
worry.
Who? You.
Either very grief, fear.
Stomach.
One more.
sadness?
Is that a side effect of love?
Huh? Sadness is just one symptoms, okay, which is comes from worry also, which is comes from grief also. Okay. After breakup also sadness comes out. Right. Okay. These all are the organ. Whenever your organ is very high, that emotions is very high. Whenever your that organ is very low, that emotion is congested. Okay, means the suppressed one.
So it should be balanced.
Everything is to be balanced.
Isabella, that boy that you were treating, you said to me he's going through some emotions. Have you guys saw the panel?
Here it is.
In this reaction or have you don't
You
remember?
can name me which boy are we talking?
Many, the guy we suspect about
Today we will do practical. Okay, clean the patient's tongue pictures, and like every day you can clean any pictures. We can discuss on it because the tongue pictures will come under our diagnosis. So just wait. For example, if anyone having the teeth mark, just wait for that chapter. When the chapter will come, that time just show me tongue. So we'll do the practical lecture on that. Right? So now
What?
the organ positions on the tongue, taste, okay, and the emotions.
What
Everything.
about the intestines? Is that when you can't digest emotion?
Intestine is directly not connected with anything, any emotions. But whenever you're emotionally, mostly emotions are more connected with heme organ only.
With what, sorry?
Heme, solid organ.
Solid organ.
Okay, so it's like this. Your solid organ is affecting more through your emotional, psychological conditions, and your young organ is affecting more through your climate and pathological problems.
Alright, okay.
Very interesting, right? It. You forget. The solid organ is affecting more through your emotion and psychological behavior.
So solid organs you call heme.
Yes.
Yin.
He, solid organ.
Yin.
Young is mostly
Hollow.
affecting to more environment and pathological conditions.
Yeah.
All.
Pericardium.
Pericardium. Pericardium is. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Ajaya, he wants to know about the pericardium. Is it solid or hollow?
Pericardium feel?
Yeah.
Pericardium emotion.
Pericardium is mostly connected with the heart only, and mostly pericardium is I'll give the specific position which is understanding. Pericardium is very good organ, we call like understanding organ.
Understanding.
Understanding the situation.
Okay.
Okay? Because we already discussed now which is the specific organ, the organ having the connected with more taste and emotions. So pericardium is functioning for some specific conditions, but itself if you call it a separate organ, that's a little bit not that much of it. Because pericardium is mostly connected with the heart only. So all the taste and emotion is same which is connected with heart only. But pericardium, having a good understanding why, when we come on triple vomer meridian, then we'll learn about it. Okay? Done? So always remember why write this all the emotions for the solid organ.
Because
Solid organ
mostly
mostly
affected
affecting
by
three more
emotions.
emotional and psychological behavior, and young organ, which is the hollow organ, they are affecting more environment and
pathological.
but sometime, for example, after the breakup you don't feel hungry. Okay? That is due to your heart. Your heart is not good balance, not releasing the proper essence, your intestine is not feeling that proper, and mostly demanding more taste also. So emotional issues, whenever the emotional issues happen, of course your hollow organ will be affected, but they affected through solid one, because each and every hollow organ are connected with one solid organ. Whenever that solid organ become imbalance, then they will give the symptom in the hollow organ too. Directly they don't have any emotions for hollow organ. Let's go next subject. Okay, cracks and contractions. Then we come on the pitta. Pitta tongue will see the story will give you colors and coated. In coated, only yellow coated. On the tongue, if you have a little bit like maroon color, blackish, okay, red, that everything is comes through. Who give the color? Color is only comes from the, in the kapha there is no color, in the vata there is no color. Color is comes from pitta. Color is comes from acids. Okay, because kapha and vata both are the colorless.
Coating.
Kapha isn't white coating, no?
We will come to it. Yeah, only yellow coating is connected with the pitta, white coating is connected with the kapha. There is no black coating, there is black color. Tongue becomes black itself. Okay? So, coated tongue. In the kapha, the coated tongue, but which coated? White. That's connected with the kapha. And one more?
Enlargement.
Perfect. Enjoy my previous course or not? It was there, right? Okay.
The second one you said,
Is the spelling right? Enlargement?
Yeah.
Okay. Enlargement. I think over? No more, right? Crack, coating, yellow coating, white coating, contractions, enlargements,
Teeth marks,
Colours.
no? Well, I suppose they're cracks.
teeth mark will come like that. The teeth mark is again come under the contraction. One part is contracted, one is the same. Alright? Done? Let's start the next one. Now we will start on one by one. One tongue, the symptoms, physiology, and treatment of that organ. What treatment we can do for that. Okay? First we will start with the vata. In Ayurveda there are 140 types of the disease. How many?
140.
Other old disease, after that old disease, everything is comes the part of the some disease. Like the fever. And there are many fever. Okay? So Vata fever, Pitta fever, Kapha fever. So 140 type disease. In 140, the 80 disease is comes from
Vata.
In 140, okay, the 80 diseases comes from Vata. Then the 40 diseases comes from Pitta, and only 20 diseases comes from.
Kapha.
The calculation is right. 80 plus 40 plus 20.
Yeah, it is.
80 plus 40 plus 20. Okay.
According to Ayurveda, 140 disease.
140 types of